Counting down towards kickoff at NRG Stadium in Houston. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
A gain there of 15. It's good for a Texans first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
From the 43, here's second and 9. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 11 yards on the pass there. First down for Houston.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He takes off. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
From the gun, Josh Allen. This one caught on the floor. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Mixon is in for a touchdown. Terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Makes the score Texans 7, Steelers 4.
Is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And Their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing it out wide, and Metcalf has it. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short. So we are through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Tank Dell on the return for the Texans. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball. So he's tackled immediately after hauling that one in. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. It's good for a Texans 1st down. Allen gonna throw. Downfield by Jefferson. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 33 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Allen. He'll get this out to the left flat. He'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Throw once more. Here's Allen. And he'll take it on in. Take down. Touchdown, Texans.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Steelers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense about ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. He'll step up and run this. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. The design run here with Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Steelers. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Well, they were not hiding anything there. The quarterback takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for the touchdown.
And this was a run from the jump, Mike. There was no disguising anything. There was 10 guys blocking and 1 guy running. And in this case, it's the quarterback taking it in for 6.
Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Texans offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Allen to the air. And they'll take this down inside with 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Throw left side, finds down.
It's a gain of 9.
We have hit halftime. We're going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Steelers offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Going to take this to about the 28. Quentin Williams there to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Metcalf makes the grab again. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
And I think it's really been to all of our surprise. We haven't really had to say his name very much so far, and I think you can give the defense all the credit for that. There's his first catch of the game, and it comes here in the third quarter.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down, Jackson. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll be out of bounds, but he got the first down, so it's going to be first and goal. Challenge flag is out. D'Amico Ryan saying, I want another look at this one.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. Here's Barkley, and he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Now here's second and goal. Saquon. Touchdown.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started.
The kick is good. Makes the score Steelers 21, Texans 14.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. A return now from the 4. Whoa. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Texans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. They'll begin first and 10. Begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
One caught by Tank Dell. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's second and 6. from the gun. Throw here for Allen. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. And he is going to have a Texans first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down for Houston.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Justin Jefferson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 34-yard line.
2nd and inches. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with the lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Now they face 3rd down and 7. From the gun, Josh Allen. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to have a Texans first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call.
To the goal line and in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Houston.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here comes second down. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts to stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to first and 10. Jackson looking to throw. That's over the middle, caught by Tyree. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Yeah, Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. And they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up for first and 10. Jackson. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. It's second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
Big time throw there, sets them up really nicely. They find themselves well in field goal range for a potential game-winning field goal try. Under a minute, all they got to do is just keep working the clock, get as close as they can, send that kicker out there and see if he can make that kick.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to win the game. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This one he's got to have. Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no return here. This is a touchback. The Texans offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a first and 10. A final shot now for Allen. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Houston, good night, everyone.